Absolutely. So we very quickly realized, and this was kind of our realization back when we started White Glove, is that advisors, there's certain advisors out there that are great. They know exactly what they're doing, but they could always use help on what's working today. And then, especially when we transitioned to webinars, we realized we really needed to add in more support of how to do those effectively, how to close business virtually, how to run a webinar effectively, what questions you should ask. So the first thing we did was we added in a virtual training platform called White Glove University that you don't even have to use White Glove to access it. You can just get in there and learn exactly how to make a high converting webinar. You can learn how to craft your presentation. You can learn how to do robust follow up. And quite honestly, we don't make any money on it. Everything that we get, it pays for itself, is the fee for that. But it's an entire year program that you get access to. And there's even levels where you can get personal coaching from seminar masterminds in there. But the first thing we realized is, well, let's just support our advisors. Let's make sure that they have the tools they need to be successful, whether they use us or not. But then we realized that advisors, whether it's in person or webinar, one thing that has always been a struggle is you take 40 registrations, 20 households show up, 10 of those book an appointment, 2 of them become clients. Advisor's happy, positive ROI, let's do another seminar. Well, what happens to those 38 other households that had an interest in that topic? That light bulb might not be on today, but what about 3 weeks from now? What about 6 months from now? How do you stay in front of that prospect, so when they do have questions, you're the only one they think about? So what we did was twofold. First, we invested a ton of time, effort, energy, and technology into our social media management nurturing program. So that's Social Connect. That does Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. It does email campaigns for nurturing. It does website updates, and it's all run by White Glove. An advisor can have a robust virtual presence, virtual credibility. What we call the new handshake is to be able to be found and stalkable online in a very credible way. White Glove does that for advisors totally hands-free through our Social Connect process. And that's a year-long thing. So if you got leads from 2015, we put them into that system. We make sure that they see you on social. They can start getting your emails. They can interact with you on Facebook Live. We do all of that for the advisor. The second thing we really saw needing for an advisor was, immediately after the event, some very action-oriented drip campaigns and nurturing for those registrants. So we actually built a full CRM that's email, text, and phone calls to encourage registrations to book with the advisor. And that's totally free when you do an event with White Glove.
Thank you for listening to Outcomes. Subscribe now to be notified when new episodes become available. The information covered and posted represents the views and opinions of the guest and does not necessarily represent the views or opinions of Advisor 2X. The content has been made available for informational and educational purposes only. The content is not intended to be a substitute for professional investing advice. Always seek the advice of your financial advisor or other qualified financial service providers with any questions you may have regarding your investment planning.